Nintendo has reportedly secured a patent for a dual-screen gaming device that can be separated into two independent handheld devices. This recently filed Nintendo patent hints at a unique gaming concept reminiscent of the Nintendo DS and also a little bit the Switch. However, unlike the traditional clamshell design of the DS where the top screen folded onto the bottom screen, this innovative design allows the top screen to face outward even when the device is closed. The patent suggests that both the top and bottom halves of the device can operate independently, potentially offering exciting gameplay possibilities. But it is important to note that Nintendo has a history of filing similar patents that may never materialize into actual products. In the context of the anticipated Switch 2, this patent has sparked a lot of curiosity and speculation about Nintendo's future plans. The patent showcases a device that closely resembles the DS or the 3DS, but as I said, biggest feature is that it is able to split in half. So the two halves can operate independently, and you can also play wireless multiplayer gaming between the two players. It also looks like the outward-facing screen when the device is closed will be a touchscreen, so it will enable interaction even when the device is closed. Now, while the patent does not necessarily guarantee an independent consumer product, like an independent by itself console, if it does come to fruition, it could also enhance the Nintendo Switch Online library by potentially introducing classic DS games. Now, one intriguing aspect of this patent is that this would basically allow it to function as a handheld device in addition to plugging it in your TV. Very similar, of course, to how the Switch operates by itself. So this would suggest that Nintendo may continue its hybrid approach with the successor to the Switch, given, of course, the current model's success. The Switch is very popular. The overall success of the hybrid model could make it challenging for Nintendo to deviate from this approach. In other words, kind of make things different. You could also have the challenge too of you gotta make games now, or rather, the independent gaming companies that make Nintendo games, now they have to make games that operate under the mechanics that work specifically for this new console. It definitely poses a lot of challenges, but of course Nintendo has never really been one to back down from these kinds of challenges. It's definitely challenging overall to predict Nintendo's next move, but I think it is definitely safe to say that Nintendo is going to make a console that definitely bends the rules or breaks the rules of traditional consoles. I mean, they always do that. That's why they're so successful. The Wii, with the Wiimotes and everything, that was basically the first of its kind. It was very unique. It, in a sense, broke a lot of rules. It wasn't just, a console that you plugged in and you just, have your standard controllers and, it's business as usual. They made stuff a lot, different with the Wii. The DS was also, extremely unique, way different. And then, of course, with the Switch, like I said, it's definitely a hybrid sort of console. And, even going all the way back to, like, the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, they were kind of the first consoles, kind of sort of their kind, in terms of, like, handheld consoles. They kind of really started that trend. I'm not going to say they were necessarily the first, but they really made it popular. My point being, Nintendo is definitely a trendsetter. They live their own life, they walk their own path. So it would not surprise me in the slightest if this new console is a hybrid, but it also kind of plays by different rules than the Switch. They do things different. A detachable device that's got, two different screens. You can detach them, play them separately, and you can also plug it in to your TV just like the Switch. That sounds very Nintendo, and of course that might not be all there is to it. There could be a lot of different features that we just don't know yet. Of course, given the success of, the Wii, the Game Boy, the DS, the Switch, all of these consoles that, started these different trends, these unique characteristics. Given the success of all of that, I would not doubt Nintendo. I would never expect them to back down from a challenge and, doing something different. Really, at this point, we can only guess what Nintendo has up their sleeves for the next console.